Norcia Province, Northern Area, skies above the Isengard Range. I was up with Crimson Wings. You ever courageous, the Imperial family's high-speed cruiser. Oh, this is for the old the main campus. And of course, we got mechs on board. And soldiers, and a guy. Oh! Who are you again? Forget. Oh, Victor Arsaid is the captain's... Good, he's got his old hat back.
We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdall is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace.
Oh, it's
Your assistance this past week has
Nighthard.
been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in Northumbria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Oh, is that a prince, is it?
Cadet Arner.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well. Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial. Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson. If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Yes, of course.
Oh, Cedric.
My thanks, Captain Arsaid. I look forward to seeing you again. I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
Oh. His Majesty's gonna be there. Here we are, onto the streets of Heimdall. Hasn't changed much since the first game. Don't see anything special there. Vista Street. Bunch of kids who were probably in the first game I don't recognise. and...
Damn it! How many times have they slipped away like that now?
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Man, it'd be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your ramdas ready to use.
Ramdas?
Roger. Recommencing mission.
Chloromograss.
Red flowers?
I don't think so.
Who was that?
There's no end to them.
Vita.
The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
Oh, was I that obvious?
Who are you?
To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead. I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange.
Him. He was one of the teachers in my first 2 games.
I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
That's right. You have an agreement with her,
I forget who he was. I know he was more when he said he was,
well,
but...
I'll consider your offer.
I'm trying to remember if I ever said what he actually was.
However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion, Thomas Lysander the Partitioner.
There we are. That's what he is. And onto the Val from Palace. What's going on there, I wonder? Esmeralda's Garden. It's a very beautiful place. I'm sure we're going to be going there at some point. Why else do I make it so detailed? It's got to be Emperor. Yeah, Emperor Eugene III. And the Empress. Priscilla. Stunningly beautiful, I must add.
I would not have expected that Olivert would be missing the party like this.
It is unfortunate, yet understandable, given the current situation. With the Crimson Wings safeguarding Heimdall's skies, I'm sure the citizens will feel at ease.
Yes, but I can't help but feel bad for him. I wonder if he's been upset over Cedric's actions of late.
Olivert isn't the type to let that get to him. You should know this as well as I.
No, you're right. He was only a young boy when he lost his mother and was adopted into the Imperial family. I would have understood if he hadn't accepted me, given his early life. But he gladly welcomed me as his stepmother, and was truly happy when Alphen and Cedric were born.
Yes, that is the virtue he possesses.
So, Oliver was adopted into the Imperial family.
It's easy to believe he has friends not simply across Erebonia, but the entire continent.
Yes. However, recently, even though Cedric once looked up to his older brother, he...
Pardon me, Your Majesty. Chancellor Osborne would like an audience.
Very well. Send him in.
Like an audience, or is forcing his way in? Probably more like. It's obvious who holds the power here. Chancellor Gilith Osborne, for true power.
My apologies for interrupting, my liege. You as well, Lady Priscilla.
No. It's quite all right. I shall excuse myself now.
She seems to have some worries about the prince.
It is to be expected, so long as she sees things differently from you.
Understood.
I seem to be grooming Cedric to be the new emperor.
In any event, it seems things are beginning to line up with what was written in the records.
Yes, though we set the timing for the Civil War ourselves. By this point, however, the ending is all but decided. But are you certain this is all right? Leaving everything in my hands?
As I told you 14 years ago, if there truly is no other way to avoid this end, then I shall leave it all to you.
So it seems like they're complicit.
It may place a great burden on my sons, but could not the same be said of you?
Yes, my liege.
Chapter 4, Radiant Heimdall. So I was right, we are going to Heimdall this game again. Yeah, I figured it'll be a fast forward. To a 4th of July. Or happy Independence, everyone. With July, summer's full, swinging leaves. However, with Thors moving back to being a traditional military academy, no summer uniforms were given out. Students at both the main and branch campuses were only allowed to remove the inner lining from their normal uniforms. As students across both campuses were wilting under the sun's harsh rays, a sudden event was about to take place that would bring them all together. Fourth period, Erebonian history. Class 9, military finance. Up until now, we've covered an overview of a time period of a great collapse to a modern era. Starting next week, we'll be taking a more in-depth look at certain key individuals. We'll start with Drykor's Rhys Arnor, father of Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago, he brought the War of Alliance to a close, ushering into a modern era. Though he was born as the third prince of an Emperor Valius V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the Empire. He found himself at the edge of the Empire, the North Highlands. There he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes, and spent a few years with them. Meanwhile, the Empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in taking the throne, but once he saw the terrible wars taken into his own country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers, 16 Nord warriors, who decided to join him and his confidant, the Knight Roland. Half a year later, though, Prince Drycourse would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire, Leguam. The daughter of the Count and the leader of the Eisenmitter, Liane Sandlot, the hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Liane?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Saint Liane is a legendary knight. There's no way it was actually her, but I heard the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Interesting. Stingy.
Stingy! By the way, 250 years ago today, on July the 4th, the War of the Lions came to an end. Now keep in mind the test will cover events from just before to just after the War of the Lions. So make sure to review that time period thoroughly. I hate to admit it, but he's really good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he himself was a student just last year. I heard his grades were pretty high too. Looks great in classes too. Yeah, Mildine. Anyway, our 4 days of midterms begin tomorrow. General Studies, Military Science, Arts, Information Processing, and Combat Technique. There'll be a lot to cover, so good luck. Phew, that'll all those off like it'll be easy. No way that's going to be easy. Suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned so far. Bye. Little birdie told me the contents of exams on a schedule will match that of the main campus. I wonder if our grades will be posted alongside theirs. That's right. Both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses. So it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant. So you're going to make us compete. And the little crown prince is going to be handed first place on a silver platter. Yeah? I can totally see that happening. No, that won't happen. In the past, Thors have split into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. The instructors I know at the main campus would not let grades be tampered with like that. So at least the exams will be a level playing field. If you say so. There'll also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. You'll have a free day to look forward to, so give it your all. Well, I'll be giving the exams for Erebonian history and combat techniques, so please ask me anything you're confused about. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campuses, but don't expect there to be problems. Our curriculum should be in sync thanks to Erebonian. It's great being able to work with main campus instructors to come up with exam questions. All that's left is the students themselves to show us what we've got. Jaeger Corps have been confirmed retreating from the Empire since last month's field exercises. And according to the Intelligence Division, it would appear the society has withdrawn as well. I see. Well, if that's true, that's great news, but maybe we can start being fully clenched full time now. We cannot lay our guards down completely, but for the time being, we can at least allow them to just be students. Take care not to disclose any information regarding exam questions, but feel free to clarify any questions the student have. Be a simple guiding hand in their studies. Looks like a big back Mr. Michael has really toned it down. He's always been very serious and responsible, but it seems like he's been thinking of his students in mind recently. Let's do our best to be as much help to the students as we can. Right, we've still got some time before the school closes for the day. Well then, let's split up, gang. Is this the bit where I get to wander around? I wonder. The exams will be held on the next 4 days, when Sunday's a free day. Location for next field exercise will be announced too. So it's going to be a busy few days. Looks like everyone's working together to brush up on their weak subjects. Guess I'll make my rounds and talk to any students that look like they're having a tough time. By the side. Or a boss in a black workshop. I wonder if a principal and a professor know anything about them. Talk to specific characters today to trigger study events. Main story progress after you've seen all the key events. And these were your studying points. Bye bye.